Wait. So you saying you rather deal with a chick that is tired of
Yeah,
playing games and
I'm not like y'all. I don't deal with chicks that I don't deal with the whole. Oh, I need a virgin and pure and all
who
that.
is y'all?
Yeah,
Who is
yeah, I don't
y'all?
need that. I don't
That's
need that either.
Anton.
Most men to get on here to talk about. Oh, I just want a pure woman, a virgin that only had one person or nobody at
Yeah,
all. You know, I'm not
she need
him.
to be able to throw it back. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I'm not
Nah,
Wait,
him.
wait.
yeah,
I want to understand what he's saying.
yeah,
So you saying that you don't want to, you want a woman that's been out here,
Yeah,
In the
yeah.
yeah.
streets.
and why is that again?
Because that's what I like. That's my preference.
So it's just because that's what you like.
A
It doesn't.
a woman with inexperience, she can't really, she don't do it for me. She ain't got no experience. I don't want to teach her in that manner. Come equipped.
So you want a chick that another nigga done taught her.
Well, some men don't
Yeah,
want
I
to
can
be
teach you some
teachers.
shit too.
Hold on, I just want to be clear. So you want a chick that another dude done taught her, right?
Yeah, I can teach you some stuff too.
I got you.
You
I
can
got you.
learn from anything.
I'm with it. We're gonna
Coco
figure this out.
feeling you,
This is gonna be a
sir.
phenomenal show. This is gonna be an awesome show. I'm with it. Ladies, y'all want to give y'all opinion before I go?
I mean, it's just interesting. A few different things was said, but I'm gonna just start from the end and go back. So, Floro, I think what he's saying is that I don't think he's saying that he wants like a hypersexual woman that's been in the streets with this guy and that guy, but I think he wants someone that is experienced in relationships and is also teachable. And usually, when you are experienced, you are of a certain age, and you're more, if you have dealt with, he also made a good point in saying that if you haven't dealt with your traumas, if you haven't gone to therapy to unpack things that you've gone through, you can really carry those issues into your adult life. But I feel like to say, okay, a younger woman is just a perfect option for an older guy because you can mold her into something. Something about that just doesn't sound healthy. Something about that sounds very manipulative. You know what I mean? Like, I understand, like, okay, older guys usually desire younger women for, the inexperience, the probability of giving birth, or whatever the case may be. But to
But
say
that's
get a younger woman so you can teach her how to be what you want, and not aligning with a woman who is already who she is, and seeing if you guys can complement each other as as
Aligning.
adults. You know what I mean? Like, it is about alignment, not just trying to find someone that you can build up brick by brick to make this like Stepford wife version of your fantasy.
Mm.
There's just
but
a lot of weirdness within that to me.
why do women always assume that when anybody, not just men, they assume manipulation and being molded is a negative thing? Like, he never alluded to that. They put negative thoughts onto the word manipulation. Manipulation is amoral. It's neither good or bad. So a lot of women put the negative connotation on those words, and I don't understand why.
And just like
Well,
submission,
um,
Yeah, that's an amoral
submission
word.
is
I
another
mean,
one.
it's neither good or bad. You can use manipulation for
I mean, I don't think anything is wrong with the word mold, but the context is everything. And as people, when we say
maybe.
we're gonna mold someone, it sounds like I don't have anything to do with this evolving that you want me to experience by dating you. You know what I
You can
mean? We
mold
want.
somebody into a leader. You can mold somebody
I
to
think
be a jackass. I mean, you can mold a leader any way you want.
I think a better
Good
word is
or bad.
teachable. I think a better word is
You can
teachable.
teach somebody to
Yeah.
be an asshole. I mean, you can. It's
I
a
mean,
good or bad
absolutely. You
word.
can mold. You
I
can
didn't
mold
like the
Sorry.
word
someone.
alignment. I didn't like the word alignment.
Well, I didn't say
What
that.
that triggered me right away. Like what?
Why is that?
Because I think the man is supposed to lead. And I think it is.
Yeah.
See, and I think the problem is that
He's
there's too
making
many
it
men that
aligned.
compromise out here, and that's why they look foolish. You want to look at all the men that compromise; they're on display all the time. You got the Will Smiths, the Dwayne Wade. We got a lot of men on display that
Who
compromise with
background noise
women.
is that? Who cooking? Or
I
got
don't know.
somebody cooking?
Oh, I'm
What
sorry.
is
That's my wife that I molded
Wife
into who I
Rita,
wanted her to be. That's I'm sorry. She's over there cooking and she's
can you unmold
whipping
her
up.
and tell her?
Oh, Rita over there cooking right there. I'm
Yeah, we
sorry.
hear the pots and pans. I'm like, what's going on?
Hey man, Anton, I'm proud of you, brother.
No. I'm because see, listen,
Nah, I'm proud of you, bro. You know what I
I
mean?
know that Pharaoh said he not like me. He not like me. He not like us. So we're gonna figure this out. I'm just listening. I'm observing. I'm gonna mute myself so while she get done whipping up over here, I can figure out what y'all talking about.
I don't think alignment means that you can't lead. I think you have to be in alignment with a woman so she can follow your leadership. If she's misaligned with you, how can you lead her? It doesn't take anything away from you to lead when you find someone that's equally yoked, that's able to get on your program. She
I,
trusts you, she trusts your vision. That's someone that's in
yeah.
alignment.
That equally yoked stuff. Like, see all that old words. Like those are words for men to compromise. What I'm telling you is when a woman comes in your life, you need to be in total control of that situation. You are the
Okay.
brand. She is representing you. When she walks out that house, she is representing you. And if you
Preach.
and if your brand is on the line, she needs to fall in line. Like I don't know what happened. Look,
But that would be
that,
alignment.
I'm just saying I'm
That's
not with all the
alignment.
words. I'm just saying
That's
alignment.
alignment.
No,
That's alignment. What
the
you just
alignment is her
described is alignment.
listening, understanding, and following directions. Just call me Simon Says. Because this is what we about to be doing.
Mm.
This is
See,
unfortunate.
I mean, I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna pass the mic.
Coco, did you already go,
Wait,
Coco?
no, don't ask me. Don't ask me yet. I'm sorry, I'm not ready.
Are you
Why are you
researching
here?
on your phone?
Huh?
Are
No.
you researching?
Mm-mm.
Carrie, what are your thoughts?
Wow. My thoughts are, first of all, I don't think that it's fair to be like young women, old women. Like we're all different. And I get we're having the conversation. So, I get it. But I think sometimes can y'all hear me? I hear rappers. Is that me? Okay. I think sometimes we go a little bit too far with all young people are this way and all older people are that way. It's not like that at all. Because somebody mentioned it. There's a lot of young girls who, yeah, right. Good luck molding them for real.
Exactly.
Like, good luck with that. Good luck.
Okay.
And maybe they're moldable, but they have absolutely no common sense. They have no good judgment. They're there. They're green. So yeah, you're molding them and you're leading them. But if you leave them without any of your guidance, watch them do something foolish. So I don't buy into the notion that like older women can't be coachable. Older women don't want to be taught. They don't want to be led. They don't want to evolve. They don't want to change. They don't want to get in alignment, meaning you can be in alignment. We're forming a line. I'll get right behind you. Like there are a lot of women who, because of the stuff they've gone through, because of their past experiences, because of the knuckleheads, because of the poor choices, or just because of how life has happened, they actually now know, oh, shoot, I want a man that's like this. I want a man who can lead me. I want a man who can shut me down when he needs to. I want that. I'm looking for that now. You don't have to convince me of it. So I think to Pharaoh's point, yeah, maybe it's not, certain women who are chicks who are just off the hook and are not trying to be, led, but there are a lot of them, I would believe, that want that. So
You said you believe, Carrie. Wait, but what do you see? Because you say you believe. After the point, these older women, how many men they gotta go through to figure that shit out?
I don't think that it's like, I think Jazz said this. The assumption is like, if you're older and experienced, that you were slutting it out, or like you went through 50,000 men, or you were just making horrible decisions. Like, none of y'all are perfect. None of us are perfect. Even a great man.
I'm pretty damn close.
I know, Anton. You're
I'm about to say,
other than
I'm about to
Anton.
agree with you, Anton. I feel the same way.
Oh my God.
In 1950,
You wouldn't have to
I'm
announce
sorry.
it if you were. You wouldn't have to announce it if you were.
There's
Hold
nothing
Just
on.
wrong with
saying.
it.
Hold on. Let me be
We
very
didn't.
clear.
We
There's
Hold
didn't
on.
nothing
ask. We
wrong.
didn't.
There's
We didn't
nothing
Hold
ask.
wrong
on,
with
Cherry. Hold
acknowledging
We
your
on.
didn't
greatness.
ask. What's
I
understood
agree
doesn't
with
mean to
her.
be
The
explained.
problem with
I've
people a
acknowledged my
lot of
greatness.
times, the
You'd have
problem
to
with
come
people a
in there
lot of
like that.
times is
We would see it.
they think that the good people are supposed to be quiet and the bad people are supposed to be loud.
Mm-hmm.
And that's reverse. The good people are supposed to be loud and the bad people are supposed to be quiet. That's why y'all got two ears
But a
and
wise
one mouth for a
person
reason.
knows
I'm
when
sorry.
and
I'm
when not
sorry,
to
ma'am.
speak.
I'm sorry.
You
I'm
got
sorry. Give me a
cut it off.
second. Let me cook for a second. And I think that that's what's wrong with most Christians. That's what's wrong with most good guys. And what you see happening today, and it's the same thing that you see happening with rappers and the people that we follow and the people that we admire and we mold our life behind, why every young person want to be a rapper or entertainer or a ball player, is because the things that's celebrated is highlighted by the ones that's the worst for us. The ones that's had the biggest voice when it comes to these conversations that's being had online are the ones that can't give you any kind of insight as to how it is that you can be successfully married or in a relationship. And so what you've been looking at, what you've been hearing, our cultural norms are wrong. And when you finally hear somebody that knows what they're talking about, whose life is an example of how it is that you should live yours, you reject it and you say, well, wealth is silent, or good people wouldn't have to say it. You're wrong. My life is loud. And the reason that I live it that way is for too long, the people that shouldn't be speaking has had the microphone. So now we're going to have a reversal. I'm going to be very, very loud, the same way that Jesus was loud when he decided that he wanted to talk and turn the tables over in the tabernacle. And we're not going to wait for anybody to validate us before we actually give you the game on how it is that you need to be moving. So those days are over. I'm very, very transparent. I'm going to show my bank accounts. I'm going to showcase my marriage. I'm going to show how great I am and how much better I am than any guy that you'd have ever met in your life. And I'm going to very much be in your face as far as how I communicate what my thoughts are, because everything that y'all have been communicating up to this point is wrong. And most of the time you can see it because most people's lives is a reflection of it. If they had it, if all of the people that was talking knew what they was talking about, then they would actually have the results to go along with it.
So everybody's wrong
Right.
because you got it right.
Yeah,
I absolutely got it right.
I
No,
mean, that's fine,
I'm
but
saying,
No, hold on. I'm with it
I'm
because
just asking the question.
I'm
I
with it.
said, so is everybody wrong because you got it right?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
so that right there just lets you know that
No, hold on, wait. So let me
there's
ask
no
you a question.
reasoning
Wait.
because
He
the
asked me
thing
a
about it.
question, so now I want to ask him a question. And I'm just
Okay.
curious because I don't think I've ever kicked it with you before. So I'm guessing that you are married in a successful relationship, right?
Not monogamous. I don't believe in marriage.
Exactly. So when he was communicating to y'all earlier about what it is that he could do, that's based off of the fact that he's not in a relationship to where he's successfully
I'm in a
married.
relationship. I'm in a
So
relationship.
hold on. You gotta listen. You got two ears and one mouth. I was listening to you. He's not in a relationship to where he's successfully married because he doesn't even live that life that he's talking about, a woman by which they're supposed to follow you, which is also where Mr. 1950 went wrong, because he was talking about how you shouldn't be equally yoked, and that's not really a thing. That's the word of God. That's the word of God. And see, I look at it differently. I understand it differently. I study it differently. I implement it differently. And so this is going to be a phenomenal show, I think. It's not necessarily that I'm right or wrong. I believe that I'm right. I'm sure y'all believe that y'all right. But it's going to be a very good display of differences of opinions and lifestyles that's reflecting how it is that we see things. I'm going to just leave it there.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, go ahead.
Yeah, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know, that's your life. That's your system. You know what I'm saying? Like when you trying to throw that out there to majority of people in the world, that don't mean it's gonna work for them.
It does mean it because
Yeah,
I've
no,
implemented it
no facts
across
in
the
it.
board
There's
with
no
several
fact that
different people. And more importantly, my entire family's life is a reflection of it. I don't know what divorce looked like. All three of my brothers ain't never been divorced. All nine of my uncles ain't never been divorced. My father was married until his untimely demise with an accident. My methods show that it's right.
Yeah,
proof of my life itself, I tested it on myself before I gave it to other people. It's right.
Yeah,
yes.
you talking about 20 years. You talking about 20 years of marriage. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
correct.
20
19 and a half. We getting
okay.
there.
Okay. So 20 years ago, what was going on 20 years ago is not the same with what's going on right now.
Really? Well,
Yeah, it is.
my nephew just got married 4 years ago, and he's successfully married. He got the same thing that I got. See,
It's
I
your
mean,
my
That's what I'm saying.
lineage,
But this the
my
can I just
lineage
say,
is a
can I just
reflection
say
of it.
something real quick? I'm sorry, I just have to real quick.
No, let him. I want to
You,
let him finish first.
I know, but you initially responded based off the comment that I made when I can't remember who was speaking about. No, someone said no one is perfect, and you
That was
immediately
me, and
said,
all of y'all cut me off, but I'm cool with it because
right.
I
And
meant what
Carrie
I
was
was saying.
going, and Carrie was going. She said no one is perfect, and you made it a point to come off the mic and say I'm damn near close. And then so
It's
another person,
God, Jesus, and
and
then
then
Anton.
okay, ooh, wow, that's a lot. But I'm gonna
It's
let
a
you
lot.
have
It's a
that.
lot.
I'm gonna let you
It's
have
a
that.
lot.
God bless
But
you. Let
it
you
says
have
that
it.
biblically. That's how it goes, though.
Listen,
We
hey,
can't speak as a
I don't
group.
know. Let her talk.
if
Let her
this,
talk. Let
Okay,
her
if this
I'm
talk.
level of
saying.
thinking, if this level of thinking works for him, by all means, go for it.
It'll
But
work for you too if you got in line.
here's the thing. You came up to make sure we knew, hey, actually y'all may not be perfect, but I am very, very close. And I just said,
100%.
hey, and I just said, well, if you were perfect, you wouldn't have to announce it.
You
Just
know what
like
the
when they
funny
say,
thing about that
just
is
like
though?
but wait, can I finish? Because just
Go
like
ahead.
when they say real G's move in silence, you know how they say the loudest
No,
man
they
in the
don't.
room
They
usually
loud.
is the loudest man in the room is usually the weakest man in the room. You know, I mean, I don't
That's
know.
all
I
talk.
could
That's not
be
real.
okay, sure. That may not be real for you, but I know that
Hmm.
there's an overall consensus when it comes to how people move in certain arenas and what they display themselves as. So that's neither here
Hmm.
nor there. You made the comment and then went on to tell us about how perfect your family is. Well, I'm sorry, how you could talk your big shit because how your life is set up, right? And you can always be loud and you can always tell everybody else. But at the end of the day, you still imperfect. So just because
Where?
you have it together, just because you have it together a little bit in your life doesn't give you the right to sit on a pedestal and say, well, I know this is working and it works for me and what I think goes and I'm close, I'm up there with Jesus and God now. Who are you? And how is that helpful? How is that helpful to people who are looking for guidance? You sound arrogant as fuck. I mean, and I think you're coming from a good place because I've heard you speak before and you say a lot of solid things, but in these moments when we're having these conversations and you have to come out and say, look at me, is that really giving like leadership or is it giving like grandiosity? Is it giving you're saying you're not doing anything to be validated, but yet
That
everything
was
you
a big
say
word for
is
her.
for validation. But I don't know.
You know what's so interesting? She never had any pushback for Carrie saying that nobody is perfect. And you know why? It's because y'all look for people and you look for the wrong in people, and that's the thing that you're quiet about. But I'm not talking about you, Carrie, I'm talking about her response to it. But when you actually find somebody that you can't really find flaw with, you feel offended. And you bothered that I stand in that truth and I stand for what it is that I believe in, and I'm uncompromising when it comes to what it is that I live my life like. And that's one of the reasons why I live my life like an open book, is because I'm a reflection of it. But here's the beautiful part about it. It ain't even about me. It's about the fact that your attitude right now is a reflection of the thing that we was talking about when this conversation first kicked off in the first place, when we
Oh,
talked about what? Wait, no, you told me to be quiet.
let's be
No, no,
clear.
no, don't interrupt.
I'm not mad
Go,
at you.
go ahead.
I'm
No,
not
no, no.
mad at you. I'm
You
not
asked me to be
angry.
quiet.
I speak
You
very
asked me to be
passionately.
quiet. I ceded the floor to you. Now you don't want to hear the response. You know why? You
No,
know
because
Because
I
why?
don't want you to
Because
misconstrue
I
my
hit a
passion.
nerve in there. I hit a
No, no, no,
nerve in
no.
there.
I was just speaking
she's
to
Okay,
the
go
point.
ahead.
triggered.
You got it. You got it. You
I was just
triggered.
speaking
I
to the
got you.
point. I'm not.
Well,
I just want to clarify that. I don't have any animosity towards you, Anton. I was
I
speaking
don't
on
care what
the
you. I don't care
verbal.
what you communicating. I'm telling
I
you
was
what
just
I
speaking
see.
as passionately as you do. You know what I mean?
I
That's
don't need you
all.
to stop me. I'm telling you what it is that I see. And the
Okay.
reality is
All right.
this: when we ask the question in the very beginning as to why men don't deal with a certain group of women, this is a reflection of it.